Hi, and thank you for joining me on The Property Show, your guide on all things real estate. Today's edition is packed with highlights on the just concluded Own a Home Expo. The expert segment features a conversation on the affordable housing program.
There is no better way of buying a share in this enterprise called Kenya than owning a home.
Are you prepared for the cold season? The accessory spot brings a selection of luxurious electric fireplaces available in the market. It's never too late to start investing in the sector. Indeed, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Catch that conversation later on the show.
For anyone thinking of investing in real estate, I can say the time is now. Real estate is the future. You're able to see your assets grow.
The property news brings events shaping the real estate spectrum and so much more. Our digital platforms are open. Send in your questions and comments and let's engage. Sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the show. As always, there is something for everyone. Today's episode is all about the just concluded Own a Home Expo, highlighting the real estate value chain and a selection of potentially rewarding investments featured at the Expo. To kick us off is the panel discussion on the changing face of the sector.
To our conversation on, owning a home, and Catherine, this is not only customary to Kenyans living in the country. There are diaspora citizens who really invest a lot of money in Kenya. How then can they be able to easily own a home through you guys?
As AMG, actually, 80% of our clientele are diasporans. You know what happens with most of the Kenyans who live outside? They have money, yes, but they don't really know who to trust with this money. You've heard of stories I sent to my even parents, their own parents, their relatives, they have not even done whatever they were planned or whatever they arranged or organized to do. So we as AMG, what we've done, we are very particular actually with the diasporans. And we make sure that we provide services. Our core value is integrity. So that means that we've earned their trust, and we make sure that now we've done 80% of the work of buying land, and now we present to them. Actually, right now what we are doing, we have a promotion that we are calling it Bamba Shamba na AMG. So what we are doing right now, we are giving 5 acres of land in Nanyuki, and the reason is we are doing this is to encourage them. Oh, all right, good. Every 50,000 that you pay towards your parcel that you're buying in AMG, or maybe it's the first time you're coming to buy the AMG, every 50,000 earns you a ticket to get into the raffle of the whole promotion. So the more tickets you have, the higher the chances you have to win the 5 acres of land. There are diverse things that you can do with the land. You can either do speculation, commercial, and the whole point of having this promotion is to encourage even Kenyans who are outside the country, that they have people that they can trust. Yes, they have AMG Realtors, that you can even send money to us and trust us, that whatever the land that we will talk via email or maybe over a call, it is the same thing that we will deliver. So when you come to Kenya, we'll personally take you to the site, make sure that you see your land, and also maybe start developing immediately.
When Humphrey, money solutions are money is really a determiner and a big factor that Kenyans consider, and they see, the price of land even splashing on adverts. This piece goes for 2.5 million, or this property goes for 5 million, and it really scares them. But honestly, even speaking to the young people, because that's a key focus, and that's what the government is really trying to achieve, what are the solutions that perhaps, without borrowing, that someone can come and say, I want to start saving this much, that perhaps over a period of time, say a decade or 15 years, I'll be able to recoup this money and then be able to buy a land, say a piece of land, say from AMG Realtors.
The youth who do not have the capacity today to take a loan of 2 million shillings or 5 million shillings to buy a piece of land, we are aware of that journey that they are going through. And so we have very exciting savings solutions for them. And we basically give them an education that tells them, if you put in a certain amount of money on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on a half-yearly basis, or as often as you have your cash flows, these can actually help to become a foundation for what you will be in the future. Indeed, research has shown that if you want to achieve financial freedom, at least 30% of your income should go towards savings. And that savings is what is going to be the building block of what you can use towards a mortgage. There has been discussion, maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 20%, but if you want to accelerate your journey, try and save 30% of your income, and you will get to a place where you can really achieve a lot. Why is that 30% magical? It talks about financial discipline. You have seen that many times what happens when you get a pay rise. Your cost of living and your expenditure quickly rises to bridge that gap. You now want to drive a different car, you want to live in a different location, you want to wear a nicer suit, better shoes, etc. And all of that is fine. But for you to demonstrate financial discipline, which is what is required to acquire a property, then you must be able to set aside money and get into the habit of saving.
Perhaps achieve the good interior design that they are looking forward to. Do you also provide them with perhaps not only the paint, but also the human resource to be able to assist them so that the paint moves from the bucket to the wall and achieves the desired results?
In fact, we've been looking for some more innovative ideas, which is in coming months, which I'm trying to have a virtual call centers where people can call on the call centers, and we can able to show them the finishes, what product they are looking for, because now the market dynamics are changing. It is not only one paint which people apply. People are using metallic finishes, texture finishes, different finishes, and really can change you can transform the house with you can beautify a house with the various finishes now. So now we've been here to provide all this. There's a reason that Crown has opened more than 50 showrooms in Kenya, where people can go and touch the feet, can have a feel of the paints, can go and take the advice and then see which paint which can suit to your requirements. And they can call a call centers. They can also get answer what is rough and tough, what is the square meter area, what will my cost. In fact, our website also given a lot of information. In fact, you would like to see how much paint is going to cost to paint my house. If they can put a square meter areas in the website, they can get all the calculations. And we also launched a digital application called Color Visualizer, where you can download the app in your laptop or maybe on your phone. You can see all the shade cards. You can see the color, the best trend. What are the people, which color people want to use, which is a latest trend, and we can give you a lot of Vastu advice, we can give you a lot of Feng Shui advice. I mean, we've been giving you a lot of information through our digital platform where people can utilize it and can beautify their home.
In a world where everything has a counterfeit, how do you then, why should I trust materials that are approved by KEBS if there is a solution that is equally cheaper and looks like the original product? Why should Kenyans rather go for materials that are approved by the Kenya Bureau of Standards?
Kenya Bureau of Standards is the agency that is responsible for ensuring standards, and therefore we should not have substandard materials. There is another agency that is called Counterfeit Authority that is charged with that responsibility of ensuring that there is no infringement of intellectual property rights. I want to say there is a relationship between substandard and counterfeit, that quite a number of counterfeits are also substandard, because the person does not have, for example, maybe the formulation is not very sure on what are the requirements, what are the compositions, and is likely to produce a substandard product. That is why Kenya Bureau of Standards work very closely together with the Counterfeit Authority in a multi-agency kind of setup to ensure that the illicit trade in trading substandard and counterfeit we try to eliminate and reduce. I would like to say that it's quite a disappointment that after investments in owning a home, you discover that probably there is water seeping through the walls. And maybe what contributed to that is you did not use a standard and a quality damp-proof membrane. So it is very important that as you look at the holistic aspect of building, it starts with the design, the contractor, the raw materials, all this combination must come right.
First on the list is 265 Elma 1, developed by Centum Real Estate. This project is located in Kasarani, surrounded by all social amenities, ideal for a modern family. It comes with studios, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. Let's hear more.
We're showcasing our affordable product range and our luxury product range. This is in 2 tiers. The affordable is products below 10 million and the luxury is products above 10 million. So an overview of product of what we're showcasing today is starting with Riverbank, of first to market product as Centum RE. It starts at 15 million for a 1 bedroom all the way to 28 million for a 3 bedroom. Then we have Cascadia Apartments, still at 2 Rivers. 1 bed start at 8.5 and 3 beds going all the way to 21 to 24 million for a 3 bedroom duplex. Then we have the Loft Duplex, which is our highest offering, starting at 37 million all the way to 42 million. And then in the affordable housing market, we have Mzizi, which is at 2 Rivers. 1 bedroom start at 4.9 million. 2 bedrooms go for 7.3 million and 3 beds go for 9.6. Then we have the Pavilion behind Safari Park Hotel on your way to USIU. Prices range for 1 bed 4.8 to a 3 bed 10 million. And then we have Elma 1 in Kasarani, which is our most affordable project as Centum RE. We have taken pains to try and get into the affordable market, and this presents our biggest opportunity to try and change the name of affordable market in the country. So the amenities we provide at 265 Elma 1, we have a borehole that has treated water. We're not just giving you raw borehole water. We're distilling that water and giving you mineral quality water into your taps. 2, we have backup power for all the common areas, so you will never have a dark place even if Kasarani is dark. 3, we're giving lighted and large tall ceilings and large windows in all the apartments. So if you come into the house, you'll find a very well lit unit, which is the modern style of building nowadays. We have addressed security in 3 ways. From the outside, it's a gated, well-lit community. From the inside, we have a secure access gate with 24-hour security. We also have 24-hour night and day infrared cameras. So the whole access point to the house is very secure. Interior, we have large spaces that will be manned with security and CCTV. So it will be a very secure area. Kasarani is known as the 2nd most populated city town in Nairobi. So we are targeting 10% of the 10% of the top. So about 8,000 people is the target that we're looking to complete, and we only have 280 units. So that's a small number to fill with the target that we're looking at. So anybody who's working in Nairobi, looking for investment to do Airbnb, that's our target market. 265 Elma 1 will be ready in exactly a year from now, 2023, March. My personal thoughts about this expo, it's been a fruitful event. We've harvested quite a number of leads. We want to see more exposure, we want to see more kind of events, because we are getting first-hand meeting with the clients who are out there. So we're grateful for the expo organizers. Let's see more of this and partner together.
Another project featured at the just concluded Own a Home Expo is a project developed by ADG. This project is conveniently located in Syokimau, just a stone's throw away from the new Nairobi railway terminus. It comes with well-designed 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments. Let's hear more.
African Developers Group, ADG, which is an international company hailing from Egypt. We have 25 years of experience here and across the waters of Kenya, in the Middle East and Turkey. Today we are showcasing a product called Luxor. This is our first project in Kenya. Luxor comprises of studios, 1 beds, 2 beds, 3 beds. We have excellent solutions for the investors as an investment plan solutions, and we offer you very flexible payment plans with 0% interest. We selected Syokimau to build this area because we felt that Syokimau is going to be the next transportation hub for Kenya, whereas you can see right now we have the SGR. We're going to have the express highway that is going to be fully functional before the end of the year. So basically we're looking at where would Kenyans would like to be on an affordable living docket, whereby they are happy to be in a lifestyle that gives them both pleasure and play. We have a swimming pool, we have a recreational rooftop areas, we're going to have a children's play area, we also have the gardens. So we basically have looked at all sorts of aspects. We're also going to have a walking track, a fully fitted gym, so that we can cover up for all the people that are living in that development.
Certified homes were also at the just concluded Own a Home Expo, showcasing different projects including apartments, plots and so much more. Let's hear more on what they have to offer.
Sukhari Heights is an apartment that is located in Kahawa Sukhari that has 8 units comprised of 3 bedroom, 2 bedroom and 1 modern bedroom. The amenities that are located in Kahawa Sukhari, we got a police post, we got international school and also international hospitals. At Sukhari Heights, we are happy to assure you that we got a 24-hour manned gate with CCTV cameras around the units. We also have electricity well taken care of because we have backup generator. When it comes to water, we also have a backup borehole. In terms of sewer, we are well connected to a sewerage around the area. Our target market is diaspora, who are always looking out for homes back at home, as well as local market. Our price range when it comes to a 3-bedroom with a DSQ is going for only 5.95 million. 3-bedroom standard is going for 5.5 million. 2-bedroom is going for 3.95 million. And 1 modern bedroom is going for 2.95 million. With only a deposit of 1.5 million, you get to own a unit at Sukhari Heights. You should invest in this project because demand for apartment will never be met. And the return on investment on this unit is very high.
Next, Regent Management, showcasing a beautiful lock-up and go duplex apartments located in Pangani. Let's hear more.
Today we have Pangani housing. So Pangani housing, it's one of the affordable housing projects that was launched by the Nairobi County. So it's the first ever affordable housing project. So under the government there's something called Big 4 agenda. So the Big 4 agenda, housing is one of them. So the county decided to now fill in that space where now they give the land to a developer who now does the construction of the housing. So now it came just for housing need, not to sell houses. So that's why we had 3 types of houses. That is 1 bedroom going for 1 million, 2 bedroom going for 2.5 million, and 3 bedroom going for 3 million. So all those houses could be bought, but those people who are buying, they had to be under some certain criteria. So you had to be employed, your salary margin was supposed to be 150 and below, and you had to provide some things like your pay slip just to confirm that and a letter from your employer. Then we have duplex houses. This one's now, what we are now selling today. It's a 3-bedroom duplex going for 10 million. So that is a duplex in an apartment setting. So you have your sitting room, your kitchen in a lower floor, then an internal staircase that goes to the above floor. So these ones are now available. These other ones, we are sold out. So we have a provision for gym. We have a common area that guys can play. We have high-speed lifts. We have a nursery school that can be used for the people who are going to live there. We have places that people can jog around, and among others. The security is good actually, because Pangani, you see where Pangani is, just behind us we have Pangani police station. So how secure can you be? And you have a police station just next to you. But then again, yes, we have now the management company, Regent Management, is going to do the facilities for the same place. So Regent will provide now their own outsourced security personnel. Because of the, again, high-rise buildings, we have a backup generator for common areas. So that one will help when now power is gone. Then we have borehole for the development, and we have now overhead storage and underground storage.
AMG Realtors were also present at the Expo, showcasing plots available in Juja, Kangundo Road, Naivasha, and so much more. Let's check it out.
We have a project in Juja. It's located 5 minutes from the Thika Superhighway, only around 6 minutes from the overpass in Juja town. It's a very prime project. We are selling 50 by 100s in the area, and the area is good for commercial, residential, whatever you want to do with that land. You can do speculation, but it's a very prime piece of land. So as a company, before we select which land to sell, we just don't sell land, we sell value. And Juja is a very prime area, like I said before, and you're assured of your value when you buy this project with us. You're sure of returns, and as you know, land is the only asset that appreciates in value. We assure our clients of security in the project. We have a perimeter wall, which was done. We also have a main gate with security guards to ensure that the land is protected. We also have title deeds for the piece of land. In this project, we have water, we have a borehole to ensure that there's constant water supply in the area. We also have electricity ready for connection, and we also have a recreation space that we've secluded to ensure that there's activities going on there. So it's going for 2.8 million, but if you decide to buy it cash, you're able to save 200K, and it will go for 2.6 million. So you can decide to buy it cash at 2.6 million or 2.8 million installments. Our installments are tailor-made, so we agree with the client on what works for them, and we can put for them a proper payment plan. Our target market for this project is anyone and everyone looking to invest in land. We target young people, old people. We target Kenyans in the diaspora who are looking to invest back in the country. So I'd say our target audience is anyone and everyone looking for a good investment to make. So for this particular project, the titles are leasehold, but the rest of our projects are freehold. So it being a leasehold, it means anyone and everyone can buy. You're not limited to being a Kenyan. Even a foreigner can buy land in Kenya. So hence why we have this project. So Juja is a very growing metropolitan town in Nairobi. So you're assured of appreciation in land value. Also, the land that we are selling is value added. So you're assured of returns when you get this piece of land. We also sell land that we own, so we don't broker land, so you're assured of your own title, and we have a 60-day money-back guarantee in case we don't deliver. Our core value is integrity, so you're assured of a seamless process when purchasing or doing business with us.
Coming Coming up next, a developer with a mission to deliver innovative and distinguished projects. Let's hear what they showcased during the Expo.
I'm showcasing the project called the Grand Premier, and as the name suggests, it's actually grand, and it's also a premier product, whereby this is a very good project, first of all because of the location, the high sophisticated and luxurious finishes, and also the space inside. It's a smart home, whereby you can use an application to actually draw your curtains, to switch on the lights, to switch on your TV. Yeah, you can switch the lights to suit the theme of your home. It's actually just oozing luxury, yeah, and sophistication. We selected this area because first of all, it's a location that is very prime. Lavington is a prime area. It has very good accessibility to like the malls that we have, like Yaya Center. We have the Junction, Lavington Mall. So it's also a place whereby you can get easy tenants for investments. It's a place whereby you have also modern facilities, also like schools, in terms of hospitals, malls. It's a very good location. So outside we have the electric fence, we have CCTV cameras, high-speed lifts. We also have ample parking for the visitors and also for the residents. Inside we are providing a pool, rooftop entertainment. We have a barbecue area, fully fitted gym. We have backup generator. We have video intercoms for communication. So the residents who are coming here are assured that the security is very tight.
Another interesting development at the Expo was a holiday resort located in Kilifi County. This project comes with apartments, townhouses and villas. Sultan Palace Beach Retreat is a place where you can relax in style and comfort. Take a look.
Sultan Palace Beach Retreat is a seaside community of villas, townhouses and apartments. Our villas are 4 bedrooms with a DSQ and a private pool. Those are oceanfront. Our townhouses are duplexes and are 3 bedroomed. Our apartments are 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments. And then we also have our clubhouse, which has a water park for children and a restaurant. And eventually is also going to host a gym and a spa. Because it's a beautiful stretch of 700 meters of the Indian Ocean coast. It's serene, it's exclusive, and given the aim of the project, which is to redefine luxury, we thought this would be the ideal area to do exactly that. We use borehole water. We have a borehole sunk at the development. For electricity, we depend on KPLC, but for backup, we also have several generators on site. In terms of sewer, we're connected to the county line, so that's as safe as it gets. Our target market are people who are ideally looking for their second home, their holiday home, as well as investors who are looking to invest in the coast region. Those are also our target market as well. Our price range, so our apartments range from 10 million all the way to 26 million. Our townhouses from 37 million and above. And then our villas, 80 million for cash buyers and 90 million for mortgage buyers. As an investment, it's ideal in terms of returns, given that usually on an average we have 50% occupancy on the low season and about 98% occupancy in the high season. So the return on investment is an assured one.
The property show and our real estate arm, First Avenue, your real estate partner, we were also part of the Expo too.
At First Avenue, we pride ourselves as the one-stop shop for everything property and real estate. For example, today on this expo, we've brought together properties that are best suited for investment and family. Apart from that, we also have our own product called Upscale Homes, which basically does construction for any person aspiring to be a homeowner. The expo has served as an information tool for most of the clients that we've had, because we've had them ask a lot of questions with regards to the construction and the real estate industry. And we've also partnered with iFundi today on the expo. In case you're looking for expertise or anything to do with plumbing, just call iFundi or visit our offices at International Lifehouse. From properties, construction solutions, if you're looking for information also about the construction industry, reach out to us.
The product that captured everybody is our Upscale Home Budget Solution, where we offer stress-free solutions for plot owners. What does that mean? We build with you your dream home. The product comes with ready architectural drawings to pick from, a construction team including an architect, quantity surveyor, structural engineer, lawyer, and a project manager. We also handle all materials needed, construction workers, and supervise the day-to-day running of the construction site. And in just 6 to 9 months, your dream home is ready for occupation, stress-free. Unbelievable. Let me bring it home. Recently, we started a journey of turning a plot into a dream home for a couple from the diaspora. A lot has happened since we broke ground, and we are now on the superstructure stage of the construction. Do you have a plot you'd like to turn into a dream home? Our construction team is available to start that conversation. Today, it's all about the just concluded Own a Home Expo. Next, first-hand updates on how the affordable housing sector is unfolding.
The state of the housing sector is strong, and we are seeing an upward trend, and we are seeing a lot of houses that are coming up that are targeting the majority of our people. Where we have come from, we've come from a regime where the developers only focus on the 3% of the people, and that meant that there is about, if you look at the statistics, like in Nairobi, almost 92% of people who live in Nairobi, they have to rent. And you ask, do they rent because they want to rent, or they rent because they cannot own? Today, we have got people from Ngong Road, Juakali, who are homeowners. We have got people who are selling products in Gikomba. That's the face of Kenya. So we've totally demystified home ownership. But also, it's very important to understand that home ownership is not just a nice political gimmick. This is something that is also even at the heart of fixing our politics, because this is our country. This is an enterprise called Kenya Ltd, and we need you to be a shareholder in Kenya. And there is no better way of buying a share in this enterprise called Kenya than owning a home. And you can use that home to get a small loan and start a business. So it's not just about 4 walls and a roof. We know that home ownership is much more bigger than that. So the state of housing in Kenya is in good shape. We see that the developers are every day running to the 97% that they ignored for over 50 years, because now they've understood that this new asset class called affordable housing is also profitable. But you're not going to make those supernormal profits. It's less profit, but for many people. And I think those who have figured out are making some good money, because it's not just because of poor standards that cause collapse of buildings. You know, if you go and people don't want to use properly qualified professionals, so you just go pick somebody kwa sababu anaweza chora kitu, alafu unaanza kujenga nyumba. The building is gonna, so the material could be legit, but you don't have the right professionals. You could also go build a house on riparian, or you could build it on marshy land. So it doesn't matter whether the material is correct, because the foundation of where you build it is on where you're not supposed to construct. But of course, using the wrong material is a major contributor. And that is why for us, I was actually telling the DG KEBS here that KEBS is one of our biggest enablers. And and I'm so glad that they've come out in a big way at this exhibition, because we need to demystify. You know, sometimes you see KEBS and you see they just want to grab my goods and destroy. No. They're here to educate the public. They're here to tell you that if you follow the right processes, you don't need to even kuona watu kukanda huko usiku na nini. So we are very glad that KEBS is coming out and actually leading that conversation and creating awareness, because a lot of our people, they cut corners also because they are not aware of what they're supposed to do. So them being here is a wonderful opportunity for them to be able to engage with the members of the public. Yeah, I think you know, we could give ourselves a 7 out of 10, and I'll tell you why. You know, we had a target of what we wanted to put up in these first 5 years. Of course, we've not met that target, and I don't want to go through a whole litany of issues, including you know, litigations. You know, we had 11 lawsuits at one point against the housing fund. The housing fund was giving us 9 billion every month. Now, with 9 billion every month, we'll have had houses just coming up everywhere. Investors were just coming to Kenya to supplement that money. And we will look at how we bring back the housing fund, albeit in a more you know, friendlier way. But the status is good. And by the way, from 2017 to October 2021, we had over 228,000 houses under construction by private sector, and that contribute about 2.3 trillion shillings into the economy. We've seen that our sector GDP contribution has moved from 7.5 to about 11.3%. So, and we have seen for the first time in the history of this country, we have a single-digit interest rate mortgage, which is also long-term. So we're not just counting the houses, it's also about the reform that will ensure that it doesn't matter which government comes in. Yeah? The affordable housing agenda shall continue, and nobody is going to ignore it.
It's time for a short break. Still ahead, the property news. The accessory spot. Our favorite home ownership segment.
My advice to the young people would be, start now. If you want to invest in real estate, the time is now.
Don't touch that dial. Keep It Property Show. We'll be right back after the break.
What do you get when you combine beauty and toughness? Crown Rough and Tough Paint. Beauty and toughness that lasts forever. For over 60 years, Crown Paints has been a leader in the paint industry through our innovation, impeccable quality, and outstanding customer support. Rough and Tough is the toughest paint on earth. With its beautiful texture finish, our commercial-grade Rough and Tough paint is perfect for decorating and protecting interior and exterior walls. Rough and Tough is available in 2 grades, Inbuilt and Rough and Tough Regular. Inbuilt, which is a single-coat application that is easy to apply, saving you time and money. And Rough and Tough Regular, which is available in 3 texture variants, normal, fine, and stoneless. Regular finish should be painted with top coats of Crown exterior paint ranges, which are available in 9,000 plus colors. Also, top coat will enhance the performance of Rough and Tough Regular. Our mission is to transform the world through color, while caring for the environment and community. Crown Rough and Tough Paint. Beauty and toughness that lasts forever.
Welcome back. Your weekly property dose continues. Are you prepared for the cold season? Next, the accessory spot with chic, classy electric fireplaces from Sukhari Fireplace. Take a look.
Sukhari Fireplace, we deal with supply and installation of fireplaces, where we've got a range of gas fireplaces, electric fireplaces, outdoor fireplaces, which can actually fit in different places. We have been in this industry for about 4 years now, where you find that the electric fireplaces and most fireplaces we have are probably new concepts that have come up in the country, I think, for the past 5 years or so. So we've been there for about 4 years. Today we are showcasing our electric units. So our electric units actually provide the aesthetics. At the same time, they provide heating function for the room. So they've got high heating function, low heating function, and you can as well use them with no heat at all. Well, you need an electric fireplace, or you just need a fireplace in your house because one, it creates a better ambience in the house and the aesthetics of a fireplace are good. Number two, winter season is fast approaching and you find that you probably need the heating. So the fireplaces we have, all of them do not emit any fumes. Let's say you'll have to forget about the smoke, about also the carbon monoxide poisoning and stuff like that, because there is no actually any emissions that any of our fireplaces have. My thoughts about this expo is that it's good because we're able to interact with our consumers. They're able to tell us how they like their products, and in that case we are also able to adjust our products in a way that it's consumer friendly. So basically what we have here are fireplace inserts, where you first of all you need to have a slot, sort of like a groove where the fireplace needs to fit. They come in two standard sizes, which is 0.7 meters, which is this unit, and 1.5 meter unit, which is this, what you can see here. So this is how it works, yeah? So it's remote controlled, so we can have that come on. So what you see here is an LED flame. So an LED flame it's an artificial flame, so it's not a real fire. So it's something you can actually touch without having to get burned. From there, it's got two levels of heating, where you've got high heat and low heat. So when it's on high heat, you actually put your hand here and you can feel the heat. So you can actually get to experience and have the heat, yet there is no fumes or there is no smoke or anything like that going on. Usually you can get any size you wish to have. We've got a customized unit. Customized units, you can get as big as you want, as small as you want. So you don't need to use the specific sizes we have. You can actually order for your own specific size. In terms of power consumption, once you're using the heater with no heat at all, the LED flame consumes just like a normal LED bulb. That means the consumption is really, really low. So when the heat is on maximum operating capacity, if we compare to a house appliance, it's more the same like the instant shower heater. It's not really high, but that's when the heat is on maximum functioning.
The accessory sports segment offers solutions across the spectrum. If you have a cutting-edge product you'd like to showcase on this platform, just give us a call or drop us an email and we'll be happy to feature you on this platform. Coming next, insights on emerging trends in the paint industry.
Crown Paints. If you like it, crown it.
It's been looking great because a lot of people are coming here and understand that how we can buy affordable houses. There's a lot of options available for Kenyans, and this type of expo generally give a lot of information where the projects are coming, who are the developers. People can trust those developers can able to buy their houses. Otherwise, sometimes you can only read a newspaper and you cannot trust person. But when people come around and see the project, see people, I think the confidence goes up. I think so far so good. I think for the last 2 years we had a great year. I hope this year is going to be also another good year. But so far, first quarter started very slow. And looking to election year, we see that there is some challenges. Many developers are holding the projects. They would like to keep watching that what will happen. So yeah, market little bit can be slow in next quarter. That's what we're expecting, because any country when the elections are taking place, most of the decision makers generally do not take the decisions. So we hope that Kenyans will leave elections separately and moves on the property developments. Yeah, response is good. People like the product because it's such an innovative product. No company has this product in the market. But being a cost is a little bit issue because it's a very premium category product. So people are using it on a different structure, interior for exterior. Demand is slow, but we are sure that because of the election also, the things are a little bit slow on expensive product uses. And we are expecting that now, as we create awareness and people will know the product, they'll start using it. Because when we started Rough and Tough initially, it was like we were selling only 3,000 kilo a month, and now we are selling 500 ton a month. So any new product which you develop takes time to understand. The people who like to understand the cost, people who understand the performance, then they see the product finish, the beauty, then they start seeing the beauty in another building, they start copying and using the product. So since it's a new product, it little bit take time, but so far it's doing okay.
Crown Paints. If you like it, crown it.
Are you an expert in this sector and would like to share your insights? Just drop us a line and we'll be delighted to showcase your expertise. It's never too late to start investing in this sector. It is said, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Next, our favorite home ownership segment with an encouraging story.
My home investment journey began in 2020 when a friend of mine who deals in real estate introduced me to Unity Homes and invited me to come to Unity Homes to have a look at what they had to offer. And that was in year 2020, and I remember we were at the peak of COVID, and I had a number of questions and I had a number of fears, but I decided to come and just have a look at it. My fears while investing during the peak of COVID in the year 2020 was that I was not sure I should be spending money, because also we were very unsure of the future, and also I was buying off plan, and I was hesitant because I did not know whether Unity Homes would deliver on their promise. Because we have seen many investors cry in the media where contractors or where they have been let down and where the promises never came through for home ownership. To quell my fears, the Unity Homes team took me through the entire process. From the time I started putting my first deposit up to the very end, they handed the keys. When I came in, they were able to advise the best option for me then, because I decided to take a different plan from the mortgage. And I remember very well sitting down and explaining to them my situation, and they understood. And it really made that process so easy and so seamless that I couldn't believe it at times that this was home buying, you know. And what I loved most, especially during that period when I used to come here once like in a week or once in 2 weeks, I had a dedicated person who could take me to the house, show me where they were, and show me the progress, and I could be able to see that what they had promised was really coming to life. And I knew that I had made a very, very good decision investing with Unity Homes. When it came for handover, I remember that day very well. It was an entire party. It was celebration because my joys were their joys, because they had walked with me throughout the journey. Through my personal struggles, they had walked with me throughout that journey, and it was just an amazing time because a journey of faith. When we took that leap of faith to start buying the apartment up to the completion, it was a beautiful and amazing time. Once my home at Unity West was handed over to me, I decided to put it up as a furnished apartment. I always wanted to put up something beautiful for clients to come in and have beautiful and amazing experiences. And I can say that since 2021, I believe I have put smiles on clients' faces because of what they have been able to experience in my place and Unity West at large. The best thing about it, I do not have to be here to be able maybe to welcome guests and to make them feel comfortable and settle them. I have a very supportive team at Unity West. The staff, they could take my clients and ensure that they are settled well. And that support has really helped me because I'm able to manage at far because I have an experienced team at hand to help me and support me, give a beautiful experience to clients. For anyone thinking of investing in real estate, I can say the time is now. Real estate is the future. You're able to see your assets grow, see your investment grow, and also something that is going to give you passive income, that is additional stream of income over time. So if you want to invest in real estate, this is the time. My advice to the young people would be, start now. If you want to invest in real estate, the time is now. As it is said, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Take a leap of faith. Start saving. There are so many options. You can get mortgage financing from banks, but at least when you have saved something, you are able to bargain and get good deals even from the banks or financial institutions. But the thing is, start the journey now.
The home ownership segment is where we share stories from those who have walked the journey. What's your story? Just give us a call and we'll be happy to share your joys and lessons learned along the way. That's it for today's Own a Home Expo edition. Thank you for spending time with me. Let's meet next week, same time, same place. I'll be sharing more insights and key investment options available in the market.
Integral parts of the Crystal Rivers experience is realizing your home ownership dream right at the edge of the city. Here you choose between 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses or the well-designed 3-bedroom apartments. Crystal Rivers give you the luxury of living close to all amenities in a far-from-ordinary location. Accommodation for 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses includes private garden, spacious lounge area, kitchen opens to the dining area, all bedrooms are ensuite with walk-in shower, working spaces, DSQ accessible from outside, and master ensuite, wardrobes and bathtub. Salient features include stone wall topped with electric and razor wire, CCTV cameras, common gate, carport for 2 cars, independent access to the mall, swimming pool, gym, jogging track, backup generator for common areas, solar water heating, well-manicured gardens, biodigester, and riverfront views. Crystal Rivers Mall ushers you into a world of unsurpassed retail variety and quality. With 3 levels of premium shopping experience, the mall has been designed with security in mind and offers 3 secured entrances onto the main retail level, with parking for over 700 vehicles on the lower ground level and upper ground parking deck. Get ready to shop, dine, work, and play.
Keep posting your comments and questions on our digital platforms for instant feedback. See you next Sunday. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.
Crown Paints. If you like it, crown it.